So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Welcome, General Collective Dudes. This video is for any sign in the zodiac. This is my first General Collective, and I did pull already we all want to know what's going on, which is why I sing that song, just so you know. What's going on? You know, what's going on? What is? We're going to find out what's going on in general for everybody. First card I pulled out of the Angel Oracle, Fairy Oracle deck is Wish Wisely. And being as though Mercury's about to go in retrograde, I feel like for the General Collective in general that a lot of exes are coming back, and they may not come back with good intentions. So if you've got a particular ex in mind, like this would work out if we just got back together and, you know, we've had time enough apart from each other to learn our lessons and regroup and get back together. Wish wisely. Be very careful if you're wishing for a particular ex to come back into your life. Wish wisely means, you know, you do kind of manifest by your thoughts, obviously. So if you're like constantly concentrating on one person from your past, this is a warning to maybe meditate about it, maybe think about it, maybe write the pros and cons of this particular person. I'm not saying getting back together with an ex is a mistake, and I love that when Mercury goes in retrograde that we end up talking to a lot of our exes, ex-friends, and people come back into our lives, and the people that come back into our lives, some of them are meant to stay. And that's how it is. People are meant to stay for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And some people come back in your life, and it's a great thing. It's like, oh, this is great. This is great. You know? And we're going to work this out. And sometimes, you know, people come back into your life, and it just recycles the same old shit you went through the first time around. Whether it be a friend, whether it be an ex-boyfriend. There's like, oh, I remember why I don't talk to this person. I remember why we broke up, kind of a thing. So try to keep that in mind at this point in time. So when you're sitting around, you're thinking about Mercury in retrograde is affecting you too. So you're sitting around thinking about exes and, you know, I missed this one so much. If he came back, things would just really work out, you know. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe you need to meditate upon it, and maybe you need to keep your options open, your eyes open if you are single, and to be careful of that. Also, if you're in a relationship and exes start coming back at you, you need to decide whether or not these exes coming back at you are worth giving a second cycle to, a second chance to, or is the relationship you're in solid? How solid is this relationship if you're being influenced by exes? So definitely a good time of contemplation and meditation. So I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to grab the holographic Rider-Waite. Shuffle them up. Ooh. I've gotten my nails shortened actually since I last shuffled cards on camera. A little better, a little better. Definitely shuffling works best with no nails, you know, tiny natural nails. But that's not going to happen. Alright, this is for everyone. This is General Collective. What's going on generally during this pre-Mercury retrograde weekend? Oh, what are we on? Saturday. Happy Saturday, people. Party people in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. So, if you're a person who goes out on a Saturday night, have fun. Enjoy your life. Okay. I've got the Empress reversed, I've got the Four of Pentacles upright, and the Five of Cups upright. So, what I feel like is there is some kind of custody battle going on in general between, obviously, mother and father of a child, and the Empress being reversed. I feel like there are some damning things going against the Empress, which may be you, the viewer, that leaves you in a situation where you're going through maybe joint custody instead of full custody, or even visitation from joint custody. It's got a downgrade in your custody situation, and there's a lot of regret, remorse, sadness that comes with this. I may not be talking to everybody. I'm hoping I'm talking to at least one person who understands what I'm saying, but there's a lot of, it's a tough time. It's a very tough time for particular mothers who are trying to hold on to their custody or hold on to their full custody and are definitely feel like they're being taken to court. See how many justice cards come up. Right now, what you're being directed to do, the person who's having the custody problem with, or battles, or any court dealings with custody, directed to working full time, which seems so backwards in this day and age that being a good parent means you have to work full time and raise your kid full time, and you can't do both. So you're doing 40 hours a week, let's just say, at a job, that's 40 hours a week you're away from your kid. If your kids are in school, it sort of works out. So I'm going to assume that your kids are in school because the court system seems to be looking for you to be working full time if you haven't been, and they're looking for steady. Like, have you been there for 3 months or 3 years? They're looking for a steady employment situation, and I don't know if you've had employment issues or you're having money issues or what it is, but it definitely concerns work. The Queen of Wands is in reverse, and that's usually somebody who's action-packed when she's in the upright. She's doing, she's going, she's, there's no disability on the board, so they're saying you need to get up and start doing more, regular work. Bringing in the income. Maybe the argument or the custody situation is that the other person, the other parent, is paying way too much money and doesn't get to see enough visitation of the kid, whereas the person who has custody is not making all the money. They're taking money, and they're taking more custody of the kid, more time spent with the kid, which is a very unfair situation. So my recommendation to you would to be definitely be looking for full-time work. Definitely try to make your hobbies, your passions into something more, whether that be building your own business, whether that be what it is. But even if it takes a little time and you're kind of feeling pressed for time, like I better get this job or I'm going to lose all this custody and all this visitation or whatever the situation may be, make it about yourself. Make it so you're not jumping in and rushing out and looking for any old job that after 3 months you're going to want to quit because you hate it. It's time to think about what do you like to do, and the custody will follow. All of the child care, the child visitations and time with your child or children will follow. Don't be pressured by the situation to find a job you don't like because it will be short term. I just want to say, I think what the cards are indicating is you should look for something that sparks your passion, and what do you like to do and how can you make money out of that. Start a business. The Three of Pentacles is start a business. The Three of Wands reverse means you're not passionate about what you are doing at the moment or have been doing in the past, and in order to bring that back right to justice is you need to definitely take and say, what makes me passionate? And whatever that takes, whether it be, some people do vision boards, some people meditate. I mean, I've suggested meditating already like 80 times in this video, which is crazy, but Um, be more concerned about enjoying your work so that it's a long-term lasting situation, whether it be a business or for another employer. Be sure you enjoy what you're doing so it's not temporary. 3 months, I don't like this crap, I'm out. Because long-term stability employment is more important than hurrying up and getting a job for court custody battle reasons. So just keep that in mind. I do only have 30 minutes on this phone before it cuts me off, so I hope I don't go over. Also, there's a lot of children things coming up today, so for the general collective. It looks like someone cheated and the person who cheated got somebody pregnant. So it's a real hard situation because the person who's pregnant is not being taken care of by anyone in any way, shape, or form. She was the one night stand or the third party to a relationship that already existed, and she's getting stabbed in the back because she didn't realize that this person was in a long-term committed relationship, whether it be married or living together, and now she's alone, heartbroken, and pregnant. And pregnant enough where she's definitely keeping the baby. It's an upright, the Ace of Wands upright, so definitely keeping the baby, and feeling like due date is somewhere in April. April feels like the right time period for that to happen. Let me give advice to anyone who is pregnant right now, going through a situation where they're pregnant by someone who's not really stepping up to the plate and helping them out. So let me see if I can get some advice on that before I do anything else. Close up the reading on that. Advice. Queen of Cups reversed. Try to get a handle on your emotions. I know it's hard to do as a pregnant person. It's very hard to do, but keeping your head over heart, decision-making skills is really important right now. And even though it's the most difficult thing to say to a pregnant woman, is to control your emotions, you know. But try to make head over heart-based decisions between what's going forward right now. It shows Mercury Retrograde, as I said in the beginning, it shows you returning to an ex who's going to actually balance your stability out, and you're a little nervous if this person will take you back and make a family out of it because you're pregnant with somebody else's kid. So are they going to accept that as for what it is, and they are going to get into a relationship with you slowly? The Fool is in reverse, which is I'm jumping into a relationship, and they're like, I'm going into a relationship, but not with my eyes closed and jumping right in and not knowing what I'm doing or caring what I'm doing. When you're pregnant, it's obviously more about family, heart-based. It's not about sexuality. So this person's definitely thinking with their head over their heart decisions, and I think if anything, they have to get over the fact that you chose somebody else to get pregnant with. Obviously, you left them, is what it looks like. You left them and got pregnant with somebody else. Now you're coming back and asking for forgiveness and asking for, help and to be a family with your past person. And the only thing is they might always be a little paranoid with their, they're looking over their shoulder all the time, wondering if you have other options. Are you flirtatious or looking at other people? So your person just may need to really, in a conversation, heart to heart, be reassured often as possible that they are the person that you want. It's not just, I want you because I need a family for my baby. Do you want me for me? What happened in the past? A lot of heart-to-heart conversations will be had, but the final outcome is you will be together. You will need to constantly reassure this person that you're not out looking for someone new, because this person needs to know that it's not going to happen again, because you broke up with them, went out and got pregnant with somebody else's kid, and now you're trying to come back, and it's like, okay, I can take you back, I can take the situation for what it's worth, but I'm always gonna be wondering, what is she doing? What is she up to? Is she looking at other people? Is she texting other people? So constant reinsurance is gonna be a thing that you cannot get frustrated at. You have to understand where they're coming from. So just constant reinsurance, and that may be for like years before they finally settle in and realize that this is for real. And again, make your wishes. What is this? Be careful what you wish for, kind of thing. Wish wisely. So make sure when you're going back to this particular ex that this is a lifelong commitment, because you're coming back to this ex with a pregnant belly, a new baby on the way, and this relationship isn't just going to end in 3 months. It's not going to end in 6 months. It's not, this has to be a lifelong situation. You need to think very hard and clear if this is the person you wish to spend the rest of your life with, whether or not there's a baby involved. So, with that being said, I'm going to end the reading for the general collective. I might throw another one out there later on today. Happy Saturday. Tips and donations. There's a PayPal and Cash App in the description box. Personal readings. There is a way to personal readings is through my email originally, but when I do Instagram face-to-face with you, live, I don't believe in recorded readings. So personal readings are in the description box. And I feel like I've missed something. Let's see. Did I? I don't think so. I probably did, but alright. Love, light, happiness. Namaste. Happy Saturday. Enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever the hell time you're watching this. And be good. Be good to each other. Bye, dudes.